A massive whistleblower complaint has just exploded into the public view, and it accuses the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, of physically intercepting a highly classified NSA report to protect Donald Trump. According to The Guardian and the Wall Street Journal, the NSA detected a phone call last spring. It wasn't just any call, it was an unusual communication between a known foreign intelligence asset and a person close to Donald Trump. The NSA did their job, they flagged it, they wrote a report. It was supposed to go to the FBI, it was supposed to go to the Congress, but it never got there. Why? Because Tulsi Gabbard allegedly stepped in. The whistleblower claims she blocked NSA from distributing the report digitally to avoid a paper trail. And then, in a move that sounds like it was ripped from a spy novel, she reportedly took a single paper copy of the intelligence, walked it out of the secure facility, and hand delivered it directly to Trump's chief of staff, Susie Wills, at the White House. She didn't report the threat to the government, she reported the threat to the suspects. She tipped them off, she buried the evidence, and she kept these complaints locked in a safe for 8 months. Before we got into the video, I'd be happy if you subscribe to my channel and leave a comment. Thank you. Let's go back to where this started. Spring 2025. The National Security Agency, the people who listen to everything, picked up a signal. They intercepted a call involving a person close to Donald Trump. We don't know the name yet, but the fact that NSA flagged it, it means it wasn't a casual chat. It was communication with foreign intelligence. In a normal administration, this triggers an automatic protocol. The Gang of Eight in Congress gets briefed. The FBI counterintelligence divisions gets briefed. You don't hide this. This is National Security 101. But when the report landed on Tulsi Gabbard's desk, the whistleblower says she went rogue. She ordered the NSA not to distribute it. She stopped the digital transmission. Why? Because digital transmissions leave logs. They leave timestamps. Every time you send a classified email, there's a record. Tulsi didn't want to record, for sure. Instead, the report alleges she took a paper copy, just one, and she physically carried it to the White House. She didn't give it to a president's legal counsel, she gave it to Susie Wills, the chief of the staff. Susie Wills, political operative, she isn't an intelligence officer, she is the person you go to when you need to fix a political problem. Think about what that means. The Director of National Intelligence, the person sworn to protect the country, saw evidence that the president's inner circle might be compromised by foreign spies, and her first instinct wasn't investigation. Her first instinct was clean up. She acted as a courier for the defense. That is not the job of the DNI. That is the job of a conspirator. Now, you might be asking, if this happened last spring, why are we only hearing about it now? That is the second part of the scandal, the cover-up. On May 21, 2025, a brave whistleblower inside the intelligence community filed a formal complaint. They saw what Tulsi did, they knew it was wrong. They tried to sound the alarm. By law, urgent whistleblower complaints are supposed to be forwarded to Congress within 7 days. Do you know how long this one was buried? 8 months. For 8 months, this complaint sat locked in a safe. The Inspector General appointed by Trump claimed they couldn't determine if it was credible. They dragged their feet, they threw up red tape. They claimed executive privilege. They did everything they could to make sure you didn't know about the foreign spy call before the midterms. It wasn't until this week that the damn final broke. Pressure from the Senate Intelligence Committees forced them to release the complaint. And now that we see it, we know why they were terrified. They weren't protecting sources and methods. They were protecting Susie Wills. They were protecting Tulsi Gabbard. They were hiding the fact that the White House knew about a security breach and choose to cover it up rather than fix it. I want to focus on Susie Wills for a second, because her involvement changed everything. If Tulsi Gabbard had kept the info to herself, that would be negligence. But by bringing in the chief of staff, this becomes a White House conspiracy. Susie Wills received the classified intelligence about a person close to Trump talking to spies. What did she do with it? Did she fire that person, or did she call the FBI? We don't know because there's no paper trail. That was the point of the paper copy. But we can guess that person is likely still in the president's orbit. They are likely still making the phone calls. And because of Tulsi Gabbard, they know the NSA is watching. She burned the surveillance to save the target. In the intelligence world, that is the ultimate sin if you tip off a target. You destroy the investigation, you let the bad guys go dark. Tulsi Gabbard didn't just break the rules, she may have actively helped a foreign intelligence operation succeed on American soil. So, how is Tulsi reacting? She is panicking for sure. Her office issued a statement calling the story false and claiming her actions were fully within her legal authority. Notice her language. She isn't denying that she took the paper copy. She isn't denying she gave it to Wills. She is arguing that she is allowed to do it because she is the director. That is the defense of a guilty person. I did it, but it's not legal because I'm the boss. We know these acts from a guy who's ruling this country, right? But the whistleblower disagrees. The whistleblower's lawyer, Andrew Bakai, says this was a politically motivated attempt to manipulate the intelligence. The Gang of Eight in Congress is now demanding the underlying intelligence. They want to know who was on that phone call. Was it Don Jr.? Was it Jared Kushner? Was it Elon Musk? Whoever it was, Tulsi Gabbard risked her career and her freedom to protect them. We threw the word treason around a lot in politics, but when Director of National Intelligence blocks the NSA from stopping a foreign spy operation, what else do you call it? She chose loyalty to Trump over loyalty to Constitution. She chose to be a fixer instead of a director. The investigation is just beginning. Congress needs to haul her in. They need to put Susie Wills under oath, and they need to find out who was on the other end of that phone line. Because if the person close to Trump is still making calls to foreign spies today, then the threat isn't over. It's sitting in the Oval Office. This is one of the biggest scandal of the year, and we are on the February now, and the mainstream media is barely scratching the surface. And I wanted to thank Brian Cranston for tweeting this out. And again, if you subscribe to my channel and if you drop a like, and especially if you let your comment down below, I'd be really happy. Thank you.